Hi everyone, welcome to our Facebook live streaming that we do every Wednesday from the most beautiful places. Sometimes I just want to show you this. This is my second hometown in Shkodra, Albania, and I'm very privileged to be broadcasting from this beautiful place. I just wanted to show you this beautiful view that I've been blessed with. Before we start broadcasting, because today we are going to be talking about the 16 signs of a truly powerful woman is for me a woman who is attracting wealth and abundance and beautiful things in her life. So I just wanted to show you this kind of beautiful, like really place that is gifted with abundance of water and sunshine here in Shkodra. If you ever have a chance to go to Albania, please do so. Martinka, ahoy, welcome.
Hi everyone, can you hear me okay?
We can hear you very well.
Good. So how's everyone doing? That place you are at is
Guys,
so good.
how is everyone doing, ladies?
So lovely. When
It
you're
is
jumping
very
on, say
beautiful,
hello,
and
say where you are tuning in from.
Yes, let us know. You don't have to be in beautiful place. You can be in your pajamas. We don't mind. We do like to hear from you, though. So let us know where you're joining us from and what inspired you maybe to be a part of this wonderful community that we've been running for almost 1.5 years, Maćka. Every Wednesday, alternatively in English and in Slovak every week, talking about things that matter to people, sometimes even about fun subjects like holidays, like last week, but we try to really choose the subjects that are appealing to you, things that you deal with in your life, or maybe that might be of interest to you. I often get inspired by my clients or by my own life because essentially I believe that we all deal with very similar things in life, and only when we share we get to know that we are not alone. That's the first thing, and that there is a way how we can break through. A lot of you guys are writing to me that even just simply listening to our broadcastings is not only bring the smile to your face, but you find it inspiring and you're actually moving forward in your life. I'm very pleased about it. Keep those messages coming, or keep on suggesting us things that you would like us to bring it on, and we even let you know when is this subject coming on, what day, so you can be with us live. Martinka, so before we start the theme, by the way, the theme for today is 16 signs of truly strong woman. We are going to talk about it not only to you ladies, but also to gentlemen, because we would love to hear from you boys as well. What you think, what is appealing on a woman, and what you consider as a strong woman. You can share with us, guys. Write us messages. We always love to hear from you and your view. How do you feel? How do you see these things about this subject? But before we start, we are going to introduce ourselves. So Martinka, I'm going to give you a voice.
Thank you very much. Sorry, I was just sharing the post. My name is Martina Stewart. I've been living in England for last 20 years. For the last 3-4 weeks, I've been spending summer holidays in Slovakia, which is really lovely. We still got lovely weather, too hot some days. But yeah, it's really, really nice. So I do love sharing veganism on the social media on and off. I also created a group which is called Be Kind to Every Kind. At the moment, I'm not very active because I'm looking after my mum in Slovakia. She is very ill at the moment. So, it's been quite tough. But how you say it, Lucia, every journey in our life is either building us or breaking us. And I was just thinking about that, how things can change in life and how things can, affect us, basically. Yeah.
Martina, and I really want to
So
thank you for joining us and for joining us every week, no matter what is happening in your life, no matter what you're dealing with. I know it's really tough, and like you say, there are times in our lives where life just hits us, right? And we don't expect it. We don't have a training how to deal with them. We are just trying to do our best. And on the top of it, you still take your time and find the love to share and join me every. I really love you for that, not only as a friend, but as an amazing person that you are.
thank you. Yeah, because it does take my mind off of the things, so it's good. All good.
Yeah, and hopefully, we are all gaining something, I think, from these Facebook Lives. As much as you guys are gaining something, I think we are gaining something in our lives, right? Sometimes we are doing the theme and we are thinking, oh my God, it really made me realize this, made a deeper understanding, and, for me, what to do next or how to, we always take something on from this as much as you guys do. So, we are going to talk about 16 ways of how to be powerful, or 16 signs of a truly strong woman. Just before we go ahead, I introduce myself. My name is Lucia Hoxa. I am a lifestyle coach and yoga teacher. I'm very pleased to say that very soon I am launching my group coaching program for all of you ladies. I wanted to do this later on, but so many of you writing to me, and you are ready for this program, that I'm taking a time off for work, for my holidays, to be able to launch this program as soon as possible for you. Many of you are writing to me, what do you do? How do you work? So I'll tell you just a little bit about this program that is starting on 11th of September. And it's, by the way, flexible when you join. It's just the sooner you join, the sooner you get much more of my personal time on this program, because it will be a smaller group at the beginning. The kind of things that you are going to get out of your program are the self-confidence that is going to be raised to the brand new level, profound intimacy, sense of unconditional love and connection in your relationships, including the relationship with yourself, newly found zest for life, joy and internal happiness, clarity about your direction in life, your passions, skills, and how to utilize them in your future career if you choose to do so. Another thing you will get is connecting with your purpose and getting into your own natural flow that will bring you a sense of ease in everyday life, no matter what are the circumstances. Accessing harmony, peace of mind, and contentment in all areas of your life. Distinguishing your career, business, why, importance of awareness of your strengths and weaknesses, using and combining them in such a way that you can earn your living doing what you love while feeling passionate about contributing to others. Organization of your time to produce results more effectively and with much more quality time for yourself. Financial security and freedom from worries and anxiety, profound understanding of your body and access to your own healing powers, and finally, getting through the barriers and breaking through the areas of your life where you would usually get stopped or disempowered. Girls, this is a 1-year online program that we are launching on 11th of September. If you want to know whether this program is for you, because it's application only and we've got limited spaces, please send me a message so I can find a space for you. But more importantly, I can find out how this program can be tailored to your needs and to what you're up to in life, so I can support you in the best way possible. So please don't hesitate, reach out to me, because I'm here for you, girls. This is my purpose in life. Okay, so we are now going to talk about our subject, which is how to be a strong woman, or 16 signs of a truly strong woman. So Martinka, tell me, when I say to you, and you guys share with us as well, when I say to you, strong woman, who do you imagine? How do you picture a strong woman?
What it comes first into your mind? What is that lady called? Superwoman, isn't it? I don't know. I think strong woman, it's a woman who maybe in a difficult situations, that person will surprise you in a difficult situation, the way they handle that situation. Or something comes out from the woman unexpected. And then you're thinking, oh, wow, you know. So it doesn't have to be, for me, women who are strong, but it's in here, or strong in a mind.
In the mind. So when life surprises you, like you mentioned, the surprise in your life, the challenges like, in your life, no matter what life throws at us.
Yeah, I think anyway, if something happens in your life, the body, you know, I think everyone's body is designed to somehow cope with the situation. You either got adrenaline going on or whatever throughout that situation. So you're pulling yourself up, you're taking the situation maybe from the other people who are not in that situation. You know, they're telling you are stronger or stay strong, whatever. But I think you are because you have to be. There is no choice, right? If you find yourself in a situation. I like that. It's good to be prepared, maybe emotionally, or how you're saying, to be reading stuff and taking stuff a little bit different. Not, you know, I don't know. It is difficult either way.
Yeah, when the challenge comes, we will find it challenging a lot of times. And, you know, you mentioned the superwoman, you know, and I personally think that a lot of us, and I know I was guilty of that in the past as well. I saw, you know, powerful woman or strong woman as a superwoman. And I want to say, I no longer think that.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because superwoman, in my view, was someone who is perfect. And I believe that we can, being a powerful woman is not about being a perfect woman. It's not about going through life without problems. It's not about never crying because you are strong enough. It's not about, you know, it's not none of those things. And, you know, I believe that as we grow, as we mature as women, we are more and more discovering ourselves, our own power, because it just teaches us these lessons. And a lot of times we are being faced with the challenges, and sometimes without awareness, that certain situations are repeating over and over and over again in our lives. And when we catch that, then we start questioning, like, why is this happening in my life? And that's maybe first step when we take a responsibility for what we recognize as, wow, maybe is something over here with me that I might be attracting in order to learn the lesson. So once we distinguish that it's not over there, it's not because I'm unlucky or God is punishing me or whatever story we choose to have, once we realize that it's over here and is actually serving us to grow and to develop, when we have a capacity to transform our thinking in this kind of way, that's when the magic starts happening. That's when we might be pulled to take an action, different direction, and so-called transform our lives. So that's very, very briefly one of the ways how I can see the powerful woman to be. Yeah.
Excellent.
And by the way, before we go, yeah, go on.
I just wanted to say that. Nina...
Okay, go on.
Go on, say it.
I think I forgot, but before, I think I wanted to say that, yes, this is very important before we go ahead and share your comments and our 16 points. I want to say that I do believe, and this is the most important thing, I do believe that the capacity of being a strong woman, being a powerful, connected, loving, and dealing with any circumstances that life throws at us, I believe every single one of us has got a capacity to do so. we have it all same as answers for ourselves inside us. And I do believe that it's just opening that little valve inside ourselves when we can actually see and experience this power. Often is happening when we are facing the biggest challenges in our lives. That's the source, that's the juice, that's where we got to grow, and that's what is giving us capacity to find the freedom that we are looking for. We all have this capacity, so I just want to emphasize that before we go ahead.
Brilliant. No, I just want Nina saying a perfect woman. So it's, for me, is a strong woman is or anyone who in any hard situation, even if kicked down, always shake and stand back on her own feet. So that's exactly how you were saying.
Yeah.
Did you hear me all right?
Who was sharing that with us?
Nina.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Nina, for your comment. Martinka, Marketka, Miriam, welcome. Welcome to my live broadcasting, and for all of you who are joining us from replay. So, Matthew, would you like to share? Maybe, guys, I don't know what the timing is going to be. We've got so much to give you, so much to offer you in this broadcasting. Maybe we will split this theme on two parts because we've got so much to give you. But let's start and see how we go. Okay. So, Matthew, let's start with number one. What it means to be a strong woman.
Okay, so number one, she's free and she knows what she wants. So she doesn't settle for anything less than joy, love, and internal peace of mind. She doesn't give in an emotional blackmail. It's not possible to manipulate her or force her into anything.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's the woman who is free in any situation, who feels free and beautiful in her own skin, is confident that she can deal with anything, and she can, most importantly, ask for what she wants. You know, it's starting from the little situations when you feel when you find a fly in your soup, and you are daring to say, not with anger, just say to waiter, I want to change the soup, or I'm not willing to pay for this service. It starts with little things when we stand up for ourselves as a women and ask for what we want and what we deserve. And we do it in a very loving, respectful, compassionate way. It is so possible to join it. From little things to the things that, we are daring to ask for a pay rise in our jobs, to things that we ask, in intimate area. We are daring to explore our bodies, to get to know ourselves, our feminine side, and we are daring to openly ask our husbands or our partners, for example, in a sex life, to communicate with him. Where do I want you to touch me? What do I want more of? What do I want less? This is a powerful woman who actually is daring to ask and has a clarity about what she wants in life. Where is she aiming? What's her direction?
And are you bored like that, or do you think time to time you grow into it? Why some women, they don't mind to ask, and why are some so shy? Is it because the way not we are? Is it that
I believe that we all been born with that. We all been born with that. As a babies, we never hesitate to ask for anything. You want an ice cream, you are going to get an ice cream. You know it with your kids, right?
Yeah.
They don't think, am I worthy of ice cream? Is it too much? Does it cost too? Children don't deal with that. They have no barriers. But as we grow older, even in teenage years, even earlier than that, we start having those, especially from our parents, you can't have that. It's too much. Who do you think you are? All those things that have been told to us. No, you are going to, I spoke to one of my girls yesterday, and she said, well, my dad said to me that I'm going to become a nurse. And I said, no, but Dad, I like photography. I want to do photography. And she said to me, well, it was a communism. It was a good school. It was practical. You always got a job afterwards. So, you know, I had no say, I had no voice. And she said, well, I was 14 and I lost my voice. So this is what happens, you know, but only when we distinguish those moments when we lost our power, when we lost our voice, when something traumatic happened in our life. Many times we suppress it so badly, or we don't even realize that was the moment where that shift happened. Only that awareness can give us a sense of freedom, and then we can do something about it. But it's very hard sometimes to see it ourselves without any kind of support or from outside. Even me as a coach, sometimes I need that reflection for someone else, because it's very, even I'm highly trained, it's very difficult to see it within yourself. So, you know, if you are supported by someone who really is standing behind you and is highly trained to do this, it's a magical journey for you girls.
Yeah, interesting. Guys, if you got any questions or if you got your own experience, please do write some comments. Please send us some thumbs up and hearts. You know, it's really nice when we can still comment on your comments. Yeah, so that's how you said. So it's up to the journey in a life we take. How it's, who we become. And then later on, we can still change it if we want to.
Anytime we can pick it up. It is true that life, as it's challenging us more and more, if we don't do anything about it, it's got a tendency to disempower us more and more. You know, that's why personal development is so powerful. You know this, Martina, yeah? That if we keep on going, keep on doing what we always been doing, we only going to get more of what we already got. You know, it's like vicious circle. The thoughts are never new thoughts. They are, if we are really honest with ourselves, you know, we have a tendency as a human beings always thinking same thoughts, you know, disempowering thoughts. I have no money, I have no time, I would like to do something, yeah, but it's not possible, I'm too tired, you know, like all those things. And to come out of that circle, it takes something. Maybe the first thing is to reach out and put your hand up. It's like, do you know what? I'm ready to do something with my life. I don't know what. I don't know how it's going to work. But I'm starting having like that pull that this is the moment. It's time.
Nice. Okay, shall we start on number 2?
Yes.
I just write a little comment, read. So Martina wrote, it's the way society shaped us and suppressed us. Yes.
Absolutely. I just say one thing. You look at the magazine, you compare yourself, you're being pushed into being someone who you don't necessarily need to be. You know, this perfection of the body, this perfection of the, you know, we don't give ourselves enough credit, we don't give ourselves enough break, enough compassion, enough acceptance to be okay from where we are, not making it wrong, and from that space seeing that something else is being possible, not because we have to, but because it inspires us to do something with our life while we are alive.
Lovely. Okay, so shall I start with number 2? So the strong woman, she's stable. So what does it mean? She's not making fast, foolish decisions. She allows enough time for every choice she makes, although she can be spontaneous and enjoys that too. She's not being knocked down by temporary failure, nor gets big-headed from achieving the success. That's lovely. She knows every state is just a temporary moment, and soon it will be changed. She is aware of life changing constantly. She is also aware that growth and grounding she can find only within herself. Her emotions are not hurting others. She's not using them to attack, nor to run away. Her emotions lead her to disappearance of her false identity. What is the last one? I don't really. Her emotions lead her to disappearance of her last false identity.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go a little bit backwards, but I'm going to respond to this in a little moment. So what I mean that she's stable. As women, we are like an ocean. girls, if you're anything like me, and I'm sure that I'm not alone, our hormones, we are built to be like an ocean. We are amazing. We can create lovely homes. We bring out our children with love. We are creative. We are resourceful. We are really amazing. So talented. We've got so many skills. But also we are very emotional, very hormonal. So what I mean by she is stable, it doesn't mean that you are like stable like still. Like a rock in a sea, doesn't move.
Nothing's happening.
Nothing is happening. No, we don't mean that. But we mean that she is feeling. Sometimes I remember my life before I started growing and my development. My life was like this. It was like big highs and big lows, and then big highs and then big lows, and it was exhausting. I was just like exhausted by being exhausted, by having these big mood swings and the damage that I caused when I was down, and then pulling myself up, and it was such an exhausting experience of life. So being more of a like a nice flowing river rather than hurricane type of fueled ocean. So that's what we mean being stable emotionally, being grounded. I would say also being firmly like feeling the earth underneath your feet, knowing where your roots are. You've been asking Martinka about the last sentence. She's not using them to attack or to run away. And the last sentence, her emotions lead her to disappearance of her false identity.
Yeah.
So what I mean by that is that emotions can be very, very strong for us women. And especially around the time when we are on our period or leading up to our period, we get snappy, we get grumpy, and everything.
Come on, girls, put a thumbs up if it's true what Lucia's saying. I'm gonna send you thumbs up there. Yeah, you're totally right. And I think one of those days today where I find myself more grumpy, more tired, more snappy, and the only way I say, I think it's the time of the month. You do feel calm.
And this is a lot of times with women we are thinking, and men, okay, I know my men, I don't have it anymore so much, but my men used to say, oh my God, I just need to survive these 3 days, then life will be good again. But this time is not just a horrible thing when we feel pain and bloated, and it is actually the time where a lot of things that are not working in our lives, they really gets on our tits. You know what I mean? Some things that used to bother you a little bit, kind of, now really bothers you.
Comes out.
Yeah, really comes out, and you become let's say, a bitch. You really become not very nice to be around. And what is really, really good, girls, is rather than catching ourselves in those moments, and rather than destroying everything and everyone who is around us, it is good to actually sit down and start writing. Really get it out, spit it out, what is not working. So this sentence, Machi, her emotion lead her to a disappearance of her false identity. Get those emotions down on a paper. Get it out there. What is bothering you? What is making you sad? What is making me feeling frustrated, depressed, low? Get it down on a paper. Get really, really, really honest with yourself, because that initial honesty is really your first little key, your first door opening to the transformation that can lead from this moment on. Because only when we are very connected with our emotions rather than suppressing them, because we have this need to be perfect and calm and superwoman, only when we authentically connect and release those emotions on a piece of paper, and then maybe reflect on them in 2 weeks' time when we are in completely different space, when you are able to say, okay, what can I do with this? Okay, but in the times leading up to our period, let's write it down. because that is very, very important information from which you can move forward. And then it, like I said, leads to disappearance of your false identity. What I mean by false identity is that this bitch person that you are is not who you truly are.
So do not act on those things that time. Just let it out from yourself, but do not act on it, because you might regret it, because it will be like full on. Yeah.
You might regret it, and you might also hurt people that you love the most. We do that often. And then on the top of it, then you feel guilty for it, because of course that's not who you like to be. And then that guilt you turn towards yourself, and it's just this vicious thing that is disempowering you. So by all means, write it down, but do not act on it. If you can, girls, catch yourself, take a deep breath, do something nice for yourself. Just communicate. Just say to your partner, listen, I really need the time on my own. I'm not going to cook today. Let's get a takeaway, or, you cook a meal for me. I would love to do that. I just need to have a bath and candles. Can you look after kids? And maybe prepare your partner for that you need those 3 days in a month. Just really step back and slow down and cancel your plans, and focus on your own internal world to nourish yourself.
Good. Nina's writing, as I saying to myself, I own my emotions, not my emotions own me. Very good.
Yes, exactly. This is very important, you are not your feelings and emotions. What do you hear when I say that, Mati? You are not your feelings and emotions.
Well, I do now. Before, I thought the way I feel, that's how it has to be. But I do know now it can be all changed. Then I don't have to feel how it is, and I can always change it. It can be hard. It is a practice, but it's interesting how, and then you just realize how everything is working.
It is a practice, but there is also a lot of freedom, knowing that we don't have to be driven or guided, or it doesn't have a power over you. That you actually you have a say. You can choose whether you let this emotion to whether you let this emotion to cause the disempowering thoughts or damage in your life because of the actions you take from it, or you acknowledge this emotion and you are fully aware of this emotion. That way you can be in control of what will come next. Also, girls, by saying that, we are not saying that you can't be a bitch from time to time. This is not a training how to be a superwoman. By all means, sometimes I have it. Sometimes it feels so good to be a bitch. You'll be surprised because you all think I'm like super nice. But I can be really vicious. I mean, girls, I can destroy. I can be really ugly, and I know that about myself. I mean, probably is 10% of somebody else can, but I'm aware of this power. I know I can create amazing things, and I know I can destroy. I'm like a hurricane, really. But I'm aware of it. And, sometimes, but I do it in a way that I don't hurt other people. So I just choose the moment where I decide to be miserable and grumpy, but I give myself a time. Sometimes
what
I
is
have
it you
an
do?
evening when... Huh?
What is it you do when you got that time of you're miserable? What is it you do?
Do you know what? It depends. I just decide, like, you know what, like, it's like 6 o'clock in the evening, I'm feeling tired, I'm feeling miserable, everything seems to be shit. And it's not, obviously, but in my head everything is like, bah, I feel bloated, and I don't feel, and I give myself permission to do that. I just give myself a permission to be grumpy. I just say to my dad, to my whoever is with me, mostly my husband, bless him, I just say to him, Billy, I just have a need to bitch and to be horrible, and give me 3 hours. Is that all right? And he's like, yeah, sure. And because he's got that information and he knows it's going to be just that evening, he's okay with it. He's fine. He's got the moments like that himself. So, that's fine. It's not about us being perfect.
I like that. I like that.
Being aware.
Yeah. And I really like that, how you're saying to let them know what's going to happen. Expect I'm going to be this kind of.
Yeah, because if we don't let them know, men are thinking, my God, what have I done? I'm not good enough. You know, how can I fix this woman? She's unpredictable. But, you know,
Yeah.
when we communicate that, then men is okay with it. Yeah. And then we give ourselves a permission not to be perfect, permission just to, you know, just to vomit whatever we need to do. And then normally we feel so much better for it. You know, you wake up next
Because you
morning, it's like new
release.
person.
Yeah.
You release.
You
Yeah.
release all of that horrible feelings.
Sometimes I dance. I put like really like,
Yeah.
you know, like I just need to jump it out, or, you know, just whatever works for you girls. Go for a run, put some like Nirvana music in your headphones and run as fast as you can. I used to do boxing. You know, there's so many ways how you can get it out.
Cool. Okay, number 3. She is not putting herself in a position of a victim. So, shall I read it through?
Yeah.
So, she's not complaining. She's not pretending she's a poor woman. She's not blaming others. She's aware of others' behaviors and she takes full responsibility for her own behavior. She knows she doesn't need to do anything to be loved. She doesn't need to manipulate to be loved. She just simply lives her life being herself and never doubts love from other people because she loves herself. That's nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And this is so important, this point. Girls, by the way, if you want this whole article, because I'm just looking, like we've got 7 minutes and we are on point 3 and we've got 16 of them, so we will split this theme because I think it's very interesting and it's worth to take it slow as we go through. So if you want this whole article, send me a little message and I'll make sure that you receive it, okay? So number 3, she's not putting herself in a position of a victim. What do you hear? Do you have example for that, Mati, or any of you girls? Do you have a area of your life or some moment when you realize that, oh my God, all this time I was thinking the world is against me. Yeah, something is happening in your job or in your relationship, and then you realize, oh wow, but actually is not over there, it is like over here. I actually can do something about this myself.
Do you know what? I don't know, but it's like you said, some people, if something like happened, they say, why me? And then they're starting to look for that, like it said there, blaming others. You know, and recently, or I heard, or, you know, it's been given it to me, if something like this happened, we need to look, why is it happen, but yeah, why is it happen? Is it something to happen to show me or teach me something else? You know, do not find that negativity if it's a bad situation. Do not looking for that negativity and just be drawn to that negativity, but try to find, you know, yeah, why did it happen to me, and just look into, like, in a positive perspective, what I can learn from that situation. You know, because everyone have a shit in their life.
Yeah. I remember that. It's about, especially when something is repeating over and over again, you know, when we are attracting, for example, men who are not ready to be committed in relationship. You know, they are all, they are, for example, you know, I don't know, married or engaged, or they have, they just don't want to settle down and keeps on traveling or something. And we are looking for that committed relationship. The men and situation that we attract are nothing else but a mirror to us. So, you know, the question is, yes, first question naturally is, why am I attracting men that are not ready for a commitment? But then, you know, look at, where am I not committed to myself or to my life? You know, because those men are they are mirroring, right? What am I giving out? What messages subconsciously, consciously I'm giving out to these men, so they see me as someone who they don't wish to spend the rest of their lives with. You know, what am I? How am I? You know, portraying myself? How do I see my own self? Am I feeling that I am someone who, you know, is worth love? But these questions are very, very deep. It's not just the surface thing. It's really like spending time on yourself, where you give yourself permission to really meet the truth. And sometimes things we'll find out that are not very nice or easy to swallow, but is an access to truth, and from that space we can really move forward. Yeah.
Interesting. Matka wrote here. Yeah. Let me just read this one. Martina wrote, not feeling sorry for yourself.
Yes. Yes, not feeling sorry for yourself. It's actually the most, you know, whatever happens in our life, it's, and sometimes we do have a tendency to feel sorry for someone when something happens. But actually, you know, if we want to support someone or ourselves, the best thing to do is, rather than feeling sorry or cry with this person, it is actually, that's disempowering. Because if someone is feeling sorry for me, I'm thinking, oh my God, I must be in trouble now. You know? And but when we feel that you know, someone is believing in ourselves, it's like when I was on the street and I really could have felt sorry for myself. I had no money and I was cold and no food, and you know, I went through from very successful woman to the person on the street. Like, how did that happen? You know, how did I attracted this thing? You know, and I really needed to take responsibility for that. But before that, you know, I called my dad and he said to me, you know, of course he was scared, but he said to me, you know, I believe in you. I believe in you. I know you can get through this. And that gives me that extra power that I already felt inside myself, that yes, I'm going to get through this. I don't know how, I don't have a strategy, I don't even know what next day brings. But these moments, these situations really are the gold dust, because they allow you to connect deep inside you with the source of the power that you never even thought that you have. Never thought that you have. Looking back, it's incredible. Miracle. And we all have it. Yeah. So never being a victim of the situations. Always look at, okay, it is what it is. Nothing wrong. All is well. Start from that place. And then let's see what is possible from this point. Even if it's tiny little step. Even if it means that you comment here, or you send us a message, or you search for inspiring YouTube video. Whatever calls you, listen to your intuition. Take that first step. We are coming towards the end.
We are. We only done 3 points out of 16.
But do you know what? I'm glad that we are not rushing through it, because I think it's such an amazing subject. Do you agree, Machi? Yeah, it's such an amazing subject. So we will be going through this theme, and we will split it on. So we will continue next week, and next week we'll continue in Slovak language for those of you who are watching us now in English, and we will start and continue with this article, with this theme. And let us know, write to us, guys, what did you like, what would you like to hear? If you have any questions, sorry, it's a bit windy now. If you have any questions, any questions, let us know. Let me know, guys, if you want to hear a little bit more about the group program, where is going to be designed specifically for women. Oh my God, I've got my what is that, table cloth coming off, the water is flowing. Okay, good. Maybe it's time to stop, but what I want to say, which is still very important, is that let us know this group coaching program is really tailored for you ladies, and it's very much connected to all what we are talking about here. So if you have questions like, that sounds so good, but I don't actually know, where even to start, we can have a little call and I can, take you through this process, or give you maybe that first step, how to move forward in an area of your life which historically hasn't been moving, and it's very exciting space. So please don't be alone. You don't need to be.
No, and the last message I'm going to read is from Marquesa.
Oh my God! This wind is picking up. I think the storm is coming, guys. Go on.
Oh my God. Let me just say, thank you for this lovely chat, listening to you in my grumpy mood today, lol. Hopefully we'll, send you some love.
Thank you so much, guys. So I'm just going to... It was very sunny.
Not fly away,
it looks
Lucia.
like this. I think the little, the storm here... Oh, did you hear that? That was a thunder. So the storms, when the storm comes, storm is here. So I better go inside. We've got electric storms where all the electricity, everything goes off. So thank God to give us electricity so much so we could finish this chat. We will continue next year. I'm going to go hiding now. Love you guys. I will see you soon.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, no worries. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.